Hi guys! So I am 2 months and 3 days postpartum today. I made this video just a little bit late. Caden is still taking his morning nap over there, but Kyson is waking up. Say hi! Say hi, boo-boosh! Look. Say hi! Hi! Anyway, so yeah, 2 months. 2 months! I can't believe it. I cannot believe 2 months has already gone by. That is insane. I can't believe I survived 2 months. That's like the main thing that I'm just like, what? But anyway, I have kind of a lot to update on. I guess I'm going to start with them first, and then I'll talk about me. They are now in size 0 to 3 clothing, which Kyson's kind of been in 0 to 3 clothing, but Caden is the one that's just a little bit behind, and he still fits in some newborn actually, but most of them are too small. So I pretty much just like threw out all the newborn because he'll fit in 0 to 3 too. And I just have a huge drawer of 0 to 3 clothing. So they're both in 0 to 3 clothing and size 1 diapers. Caden still fits really well in size 1 diapers, but I think Kyson is going to grow out of them very soon. I'm pretty sure I updated on their weight in the last video. I think I'm gonna go ahead and say it just in case I didn't. But at their 6-week appointment, Kyson was 10 pounds 13 ounces and Caden was 9 pounds 9 ounces. So they're freaking huge, and they haven't had an appointment since then. However, their next appointment is on June 18th, Lilia's 2nd birthday, because we have decided to delay vaccinations, which means we have to go back for the vaccinations that I didn't get them at their next appointment. A lot of people have been asking about where I stand on vaccinations. That is a very hard topic for me because I am so mixed in both sides of the information that I've just decided that I'm going to delay vaccinations, and that's where I stand right now. So anyway, they smile all the freaking time. They're so cute. Kyson, it's so funny to see her personality because Kyson will smile at anything pretty much. Anything and anybody that talks to him, he'll start smiling. Caden is a little bit harder to impress. So you have to like play with him for a long time for him to give you like one cute smile. Also, Kyson rolled over. Oh my god, he rolled over on, I have it on my Facebook fan page. I want to say it was like 5 days ago. We just put him on his stomach, or Drake put him down because he was going to go to the bathroom or something, and he just put him down on the little play mat on his stomach, and he just like, boop, rolled over, and I was like, oh my god, did you see that? Like, I didn't have the camera ready or anything. I was just like, oh my god, did you see that? And I kind of freaked out and grabbed the camera, and then I was like, oh my god, he just rolled over, but no one's going to believe me because it's not on camera. So that really sucks. But anyway, I'm hoping I'm going to get it the next time on camera. I've been trying to get him to do it since, and he hasn't done it. He's a little stubborn. And Kyson actually likes to be on his stomach. Lilia hated it. Hated. You put her on her stomach and she would scream bloody murder. Caden is he's in between. You could tell he doesn't like it, but he doesn't complain too much because Caden just really isn't a complainer. You could put him in a swing and like walk away for a few minutes and he'd probably be fine. He might fuss just like a tad, but well, not that I would just put him in a swing and walk away, but the only time that I have to like put him down for a few minutes is if I'm feeding Kyson and I put him down, and then Kyson sits there for a few minutes, and then I feed Caden, put him down. Yeah, catch my drift. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of the schedule that we're on right now, is feeding wise. I am feeding 100% on demand, and I'm not writing down the times that I'm feeding them anymore, just because I know their cues when they're actually hungry, not when they should be hungry and stuff like that. So they get hungry around the same time, and one will eat, and then I'll put that one down, and then the other one will eat, and then I'll put that one down. So it gets confusing. We're kind of sort of starting to get into a schedule. In the morning, they wake up around 8:30 or 9 about. Sometimes Caden will sleep longer. Kyson's the one that's like, oh, I'm up, let's get up and do stuff. And Caden will just, if you want him to go to sleep for longer, he'll go to sleep for longer. So they'll be up for about maybe a half an hour. Then they'll go back down for their morning nap. And Kyson sleeps in short periods of time, and Caden will sleep for a longer period of time. For example, right now, they went down for a nap probably about 25 minutes ago, and this one is already up. But Caden is still asleep. And this one will probably go back down within the next, probably after this video, he'll probably go back down. But Kyson's actually starting to sleep less throughout the day than Caden. Anyway, getting off topic. They'll go to sleep for their morning nap about 30 minutes after they wake up. Then they'll sleep on and off for about an hour and a half, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, it kind of depends. And then they'll wake up and they'll be up and happy for a little bit. Sometimes one will sleep, sometimes one will be awake. So I guess by schedule, I just mean, I don't know what I mean because they're really not on a schedule. I'm a mess. But anyway, yeah, the middle of the day is kind of like the iffy, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. And then in the evening, Caden will go to sleep whenever he's tired. Usually that's around 6 or 7. He'll go to sleep for the night. Kyson will get tired around 6 or 7 and he will fight and 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 fight his sleep until about 9. So he has a fussy time from about 6 to 9, but I don't want to call it colic yet because Lily had colic and it was way worse than what Kyson does, so it might be like a minor version of colic, but I don't know. I don't want to like, it's not really that big of a deal just because I just like, I'll just nurse him and I'll try to put him down, and sometimes he'll fall asleep and I put him down and then he'll wake back up. So anyway, he fights sleep from about 6 to 9 and then he finally goes down about 9 o'clock. And Kaden goes to sleep around 7 and he'll stay down until about 11 or 12 when he wakes up for the first time. So if I could get him to go to sleep at like 10, then he would like sleep through the night pretty much, but that's not the case right now. Hold on, gotta pull out some boob here. Okay, and then they will both sleep until around 11 or 12, and then they'll sleep again until about 2, and then they'll fall asleep and wake up around 5, and then at 5 o'clock, that's usually, it used to be that I would bring them into the bed with me, but now it's just kind of like changed itself. I'll just come in here because I'm coming in the living room. They fall asleep in their swing. That's the only place they'll sleep. I think I mentioned that in the last video. And it's really starting to concern me because they do not sleep still at all. Unless they're attached to the boob. They will only sleep in their swing. So I'm hoping that that's going to break soon. And actually, you know what? Caden fell asleep on... I'm like so bad at just like staying on track. Side note, Caden, this morning, Drake was getting ready for work and I was still sleeping with Kyson. And Drake put Caden down on the bed to get ready. And Caden fell asleep. So I guess I'm kind of sort of lying when I say that. Not lying, but you know what I mean. Caden's always been the better sleeper. So hopefully Caden will... Do you hear that? Yeah, yeah, he's smiling, he's pooping. Hopefully Caden will start sleeping in his crib soon. I've tried a few times, failed attempts. But yeah, no, I don't remember where I was going with that. They always sleep in the swing. Okay, they wake up around 5. And since I'm coming in, the swings are both in the living room, I come into the living room to feed them and I sit in like the little rocker chair and I feed them and then I put them back in the swing to sleep. At 5, they both wake up and I'll feed whichever one is crying first. It switches every day. I'll feed that one and then I'll go give that one to Drake and then he'll sleep with Drake until the morning, and then I'll sleep with the second one that I feed and I'll just fall asleep on the couch with them. And then we'll sleep until about 8 or 8:30. It depends on when Lily wakes up because most of the time she wakes us up. And I think I mentioned this in my last video too. Lily was doing this thing where she wakes up in the middle of the night, like randomly, because she hasn't woken up in the middle of the night since she was like 1 year old, until I had them. And she wakes up at like 2 in the morning and just is like, I don't know, like she needs to go back to sleep, but she can't put herself back to sleep. So she'll come and find me in my room or in the living room, wherever I am at the time, and I'll just give her her milk. And sometimes I could just put her back down in her bed with her milk and she'll fall asleep, but other times she wants to be like rocked to sleep, so then I'll have to rock her to sleep. And yeah, anyway, so that's pretty much our night, and then wake up at 8 or 8:30 and we do the whole thing over again. And actually these past few days have been pretty bad because after their morning nap, one of them will wake up and be awake for a little bit, and then they'll fall asleep, and then right when the other one falls asleep, the other one wakes up, so I have to do the same exact thing, and then he'll fall asleep, and then the other one wakes up again, and it's just a pattern over and over and over and over again. And I'm very bad at making a schedule because I'm doing the whole on-demand thing. But yeah, like I said, they're smiling all the time. Kyson a few times sounded like he might have been starting to laugh. It was just like a little, like he made a noise when he was smiling, and that's just like the first step to laughing. And but Caden not so much. It's hard to get him to smile in the first place, so laughing is just completely out of the question right now.